It was a day just like any other. Me and my wife Charlotte just hung out all day. She got a break from her work. She's a nurse at a nearby hospital. Not nearby, but close enough. I was relaxing on my balcony when I saw a man and a woman arguing. I was about to call the cops for a domestic dispute until the man threw the woman over the balcony. Her hair waving as she fell, hitting the ground fast and hard. As her head exploded on the pavement, I saw her long blonde hair. It reminded me of Charlotte's. But Charlotte was in the other room. I know she's okay. And Charlotte doesn't even have that dress. Until I looked over the balcony and I started to look up to see the man. And the man across the way from us had my face. It was the first time I've ever seen him. And he had my face, my build, but his body seemed to be deteriorating or something. I'm not sure. But I called the police immediately. Charlotte tried to comfort me. She tried to see what was happening outside, but I didn't let her. I told her the man started looking over here. Ended up coming. And they called me crazy. There was no blood on the pavement, no body. And the people next door didn't even look anything like me. Or I'm starting to think I did go crazy. But it's been years since that incident, and I've done research on my doppelganger. And, well, people say doppelgangers, after you meet yours, your body starts to fall apart. Because you were a mistake made by God. You were never supposed to be alive. And, well, my body's been starting to deteriorate. My liver's failing. Sometimes I can't even breathe. But it all gets better when Charlotte comes home. Not any of the physical aspects, of course, but my mental aspects. Her beautiful blue eyes and her long, flowing blonde hair always reminds me of the incident. No, that wasn't real. I was just hallucinating. So, anyway, I don't want to suffer anymore, but I would stick through it for Charlotte. And come to think of it, I actually can't remember the last time I felt this bad. And Charlotte's green tea always helps me. So I'm gonna go try to make some since she's not home. But all I can think about is green tea. The doctors don't even know what's wrong with me. Neither do I. Every time I visit the doctor, he says the same thing. There's no way to pinpoint where this disease, I don't know. There's no way to pinpoint where it's coming from. All I know is, well, all I really know is that it exists. I can't seem to find the origin or anything. And every day I'm just laying back hoping that I can accomplish something with my life. But every day I remember I lost my job. I lay in bed all day, and the only reason I'm even alive is because of one person's existence. It's just difficult. So I just lay down, think about the day where somebody died and I was the murderer. The man with my face was the murderer, at least. Come to think of it, he yelled something at me. And I'm not sure what he yelled. It got lost in the wind immediately. But I don't care. I don't take advice from a murderer. Or was he telling me to do something to someone? Or was he just yelling profanity and angry that I saw him? Or was he just as confused as I was? There's no way to ever know. Stop. Focus on the mission to get green tea. So I'm just looking around and sitting down, trying to find the dang green tea packets until Charlotte came home and quickly ushered me out of the kitchen, saying I need to be laying down. And she made the green tea herself, and it was just as good as ever. Anyway, she's gone again today, so I'm trying to figure out where the dang green tea packets are again. Anyway, I finally found the green tea packets. I know how to make tea anyway. So I made myself some tea and took it back to bed. I drank it and it was different. Something tasted unusual. So I just sat there and pondered. I wondered if I maybe a tea packet. Maybe is there another? So I looked through the cabinets again, and I saw something hidden behind the fridge. Windshield wiper? Which shouldn't be in the kitchen anyway, and we don't even have enough money to afford a car. So I'm just eating some chicken and drinking some of this tea, I guess. And then a thought struck me. So I grabbed some windshield wiper and I carefully put a few drops in the tea. And I took a sip. I know that's stupid, but I'm dying anyway. And I realized it tasted just like the green tea Charlotte always got me. I quickly walked to the doctor. That's right. I left the house for the first time in years. And for the first time in years, I saw that balcony. And I'm wondering, why did that man kill that woman? I don't know. It's just all so confusing. I was walking to the doctor, hitchhiking, but I wasn't going to the doctor that Charlotte works at. No, I can't trust her right now. I was going to a hospital nearer to our house. And what I did is I just walked in and collapsed. That's a great way to get the doctor's attention. The doctor took me in, he examined me, did some tests, and he says that I have been poisoned. And he says that the poison is an ingredient in windshield wiper. So now I know the cause of my death is. and it's far too close for me to fix it. And apparently I have 2 weeks left to live. 2 weeks. And then I'm gonna kick the bucket. So what I did is I laid down, went home, and I laid down. I dumped out the green tea, and I refused to drink it when Charlotte made it for me. I decided to eavesdrop on her, which is wrong, I know it. She poisoned me. She's the reason of my death. And I heard her talking to an all-familiar voice on the phone. It was the doctor. The words that left her mouth will haunt me for the rest of my short life. She said, "Don't worry, babe. He'll die soon, and I'll get life insurance." So what I did is, instead of calling the cops, I had a confession. I was recording after all. I sat down in the living room and I waited for her. And when she came out, I just confronted her. Which I know is stupid. She wants me dead. And she could easily just leave and wait for my death. But, I mean, she's still the woman I love deep down, right? And she said that it was my fault for not taking care of her, or loving her, and that I was always too caught up in my work, which I guess is true. She even says that I'm crazy because of that incident on the balcony all those years ago. But the thing is, I know I'm not crazy. I know the truth. That killed that man. I mean, that man killed that woman, but even my mind is deteriorating. I used to be the smartest man. Anyway, she argued with me for hours, and eventually she slapped me, and I lost control. I picked her up, and I walked over to the balcony, and I threw her over. I watched her head splat on the concrete, the position all too familiar as her long blonde hair and blue eyes hit the floor. I looked up and across the balcony, and what I saw made my blood run cold. It was me, not my doppelganger, me, in the same position I was years ago. I know that position. This wasn't a doppelganger. That was really me that killed my wife, and so did I had to get something up to save myself, possibly, but would that fix anything, or would it just get rid of me? So I yelled something across, but it quickly got lost in the wind. But I yelled for him to kill Charlotte, but I couldn't do anything as I watched him go back inside and get comforted by the woman that was trying to kill him, and already killed me, I suppose. Or was that her at that point? This was before I got lost in my work. I only got lost in my work because of this moment. Maybe I could have broken the cycle. Maybe the next me will. But as of now, I'm dead. And probably now, he's dead. So all I can think of is, I feel calm. I'm calm that I'm about to die, because I've fulfilled my purpose. I saw the cops pull up, and I felt myself disappearing.